Welcome to Wrestling Days Live. We are live for this NXT show. This is NXT Arrival. This is a show from February 27th, 2014. And what is amazing about this show is it is the first NXT special. And it is, I think I'm right in saying, the very first show that was shown live on the WWE network. This really was what kind of launched the network, if you will. Not everyone had it. Not everyone had access to the network. I remember, it's kind of crazy to look back now, but I remember that it was rolled out in like America. And then we had to wait a little while here in the UK for it. So I never got to see this show live as it happened. It's a show that I've had to go back to and actually watch as soon as I did get the network. So I do have fond memories of this show. But I've watched it once. I watched it when I got the network. And I haven't seen it for a long, long time. So, it's a very, very special event, this. It's a very, very special event. Because before this, the WWE kind of developmental system hadn't been shown, it hadn't been seen. I know they'd done like the NXT show on TV, but that was a bit of a separate beast. You were really now seeing proper feuds, proper matches, proper storylines from the developmental system. Like, you never had that with FCW. I think it was on TV in Florida, but we never had it. I mean, there was no network or anything. I've never seen it aired on like YouTube or anything like this. So yeah, it was awesome. And obviously now this has gone on to become the Takeover series that we know and love. And obviously AEW has come along, not under the WWE umbrella, but obviously, there's just been this explosion of kind of wrestling just below that Raw SmackDown level. Obviously Impact was still around as well. And it's really cool, man. This is a really fun show. Doesn't outstay its welcome. We've got some decent matches on the card. And names that you'll know. Maybe a couple of names that you won't. But I'm looking forward to revisiting this one. This is we put it up on a poll. And this is what won. So, yeah, that's why we're doing it. If anyone's wondering why are we even doing this show, it was voted for by people over on Twitter. So, right, we are going to give people a few moments to find it on the network, get it all set up, get it all lined up. It is WWE NXT Arrival from February 27th, 2014. That's what you're looking for. It comes in at like 1 hour 54. It's a lovely length. Oh, that's what she said. Future compilations, shout out to you, John. Shout out to you, J14, Sunny Wolf, Reese, Gavin, Amanda, Kieran, Dave in real life, Brian, Wrestling Days fan, the Happy Pug Queen, Robin813, Jerry Smith, William Hensey, Calmveer. Hello. How long is it? 1:54. So we'll give people a couple of minutes to come in, get set up. They've got to get the network turned on. They've got to find the show. But yeah, it comes in at 1 hour 54. I think we've got around 6 matches. So we're looking at about 3 matches an hour. Actually starts with quite a lengthy match and a brilliant match as well. The first match we'll be going to, I think it's the first match anyway. 99% sure the first match we're going to is Sami Zayn versus Cesaro. What an incredible match that's going to be. Do I have the right one? That's a big question. You're stealing Michael Scott's jokes. Yes. It's almost 2 hours. Yeah. Days, the chat is small. And the chat is small. You're absolutely right. The chat is small. I don't know why the chat is that small. That was not the screen that I've been looking at. That is small. What is going on? Okay. Hang on. I feel like we can sort this. I feel like... Now I've said that, I'm not sure. But I feel like this is fixable. Let me do this. Hang on. And this. Yeah. Okay. Is that a bit bigger? Is that a bit better? I mean, literally, that's not changed anything, has it? I think we can all see that's not changed anything. Learning YouTube with Wrestling Days. It's a whole course that you can sign up for. I mean, you won't learn anything, but I mean, it is going to be the funniest thing you've ever seen. Me trying to show people literally anything to do with YouTube. I haven't got a clue. I think that's still about the same size as it was. So there we go. What we've established is there's no way I can change that. That is literally beyond my capabilities. You've got me confused with some kind of Sky Genie. So, oh God, man, hang on. I feel like I can, right? I shouldn't be so down on myself. I feel like I can get this. Couple more minutes and then we are going to start, right? Just be thankful that you've got a chat at all, right? That's all I'm going to say. Just be thankful that you've got a chat at all. Because you know what these streams are like. Just be thankful you've got a stream. Half the time it's all wobbling around, lag everywhere. Do you know what I mean? This is not a professional outfit, let me tell you. Right, what I want to do is I want to go to chat and see if there's a way of making that bigger. Background, no. I swear there did used to be a way of making this bigger. Okay. Feeling good now. Feeling good now. Yeah? Yes! I've said this so many times, guys. You've got to believe in yourself, yeah? John Cena, never give up, all of that kind of stuff. They're not just words. It's a mentality. You've got to have that mentality. You've got to live your life that way, yeah? Believe in yourself. It's so important. The big dog, all that kind of stuff, yeah? Feel the glow. You've got to take all of them positive messages and really apply them to your lives, because that is what positive thinking can do right there. Right, and with that being said, let's positively think about starting this show, shall we? So, right, let's go over to the countdown clock. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. Boom. We are underway. There are fireworks starting the show. Not literally. I think it's part of the then, now, forever thing. The old scratch logo. Right, we are underway. We are up and running then, now, and forever. Right, we're at full sail. We've got some lasers. What is this? I don't even know what this is. Drums. This is Triple H's entrance. What's going on? I can't remember this. Has Earthquake come back? I don't know what's happening. Big cheer. Yeah. Are you ready? That's quite an entrance, isn't it? This is NXT. So we got Triple H in the ring. So it was all black. Triple H is in the ring. The smoke shooting down. NXT. Hello, days. Love the positive vibe. Shout out to you, Anonymous J. Hope you are well. Yeah. NXT is the next generation. The next generation has arrived. This is cool. Roll up the ground, up your feet to the ground. I love the old intro. Call for me, call for me. This is great. Call for me now, cause it calls for me, calls for me. We're seeing the likes of Summer Rae and Paige on the entrance. And here we go, we got Sami Zayn coming down. This is old music. Forgotten what Sami Zayn looks like. Okay, so Sami Zayn on his way down. Sean Reset says, I've not seen this pay-per-view. I am excited. I think you'll enjoy it. It got really positive reviews. Is that Brandy in the ring as well? Oh my god, AEW's invaded, guys. AEW has invaded. Is she in the ring? Was that Brandy in the ring? I don't know why I'm so surprised. I just can't remember half of these things. William Regal, Tom Phillips, Byron Saxton. It's great having Regal on commentary as well. Is this on the network? It's on the network, yes. You can, here is Cesaro, We the People. Oh, do you remember when Cesaro used to do that? He doesn't do that anymore, does he? Oh, I love that. Cesaro making his way down, going through the We the People. I'm surprised Zeb Coulter's not with him. Or Jake Hager. Could you imagine if Jake Hager's come? We've already seen Brandy Rhodes. This is going to get a good chunk of time as well. Days Triple H said Undisputed Era will be exclusive to NXT like Bullet Club was to Ring of Honor. Anthony says Days apparently WWE is thinking of having AJ Styles for the rest of his career move to NXT and then have him become a trainer. William Regal is there. Yeah, he's on commentary. Look at this, man. Look at this. This is a wrestling fan's dream. Sami Zayn, Cesaro, Full Sail. 2014. Both young, hungry, moody. Oh, this is good. This is the good stuff. I think Cesaro's on the main roster by this point, so Sami Zayn is obviously red hot. Sami Zayn is like the Johnny Gargano of NXT at this point, and Cesaro is up on the main roster. The Swiss Cyborg thing, yeah. I don't think I ever really knew what it was, but in my head it was like a tank firing, like, you know, bombs or bullets or whatever. A tank fires. Shells. That's the word I was looking for. Not like from the seashore. I wish they did. Right. Little smile on the face of Cesaro. These two just feeling each other out. Locking up. Headlock. Nice takedown. Head scissors. I can't find it on the network. It's NXT Arrival. If you type in NXT Arrival, you should be able to find it, my friend. Should be able to find it. I want Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. They did that match loads. They did it in NXT. They did it quite a bit on the main roster. I'm not sure they would go back to it. I mean, they were absolutely incredible matches. If you've not seen them, you should definitely search them out, because really any of them, you can't go wrong. Some of them are like legit match of the year contenders. I was looking for a head scissor takedown, but Cesaro. Oh, look at that flip by Sami Zayn. Cesaro goes out the rings. Sami Zayn with the drop kick through the ropes. Cesaro on the outside. Sami Zayn is feeling this. Going up over the top. Comes crashing down onto Cesaro. And I miss that as well. I miss the ramp having a little bit of carpet on it. Can we see the carpet on the entrance ramp? There is a distinct lack of carpet in wrestling. Not enough carpet. But the entrance ramp there, lovely carpeted. Still a very respectful grey colour, but, you know, it's not like what you get around your nan's house. Although that would be even better, wouldn't it? Already we've got a "This is awesome" chant as Sami Zayn is up top with a big crossbody, gets caught into a backbreaker. 1, 2. Oh, man, he got mad there. Got caught. Boom, spun round. Bam. Little smile on the face of Cesaro. NXT Arrival is a different thing. It's about Matt Riddle. They have to search and go into 2014. You should be able to find it if you put in NXT Arrival as well. I know it brings up the Matt Riddle thing, but it should bring this up as well. Days, I kind of hope CM Punk is the leader of Retribution. And question, who would you want in the stable if Punk was leader? Might as well just skip there because the reports are that Punk is not coming back. Apparently Vince doesn't want him back. He's not interested in having him back. And there's an article saying they're not too sure who they want in Retribution. That article has also said it absolutely, and this apparently has come from one of the writers, it's not a vehicle for bringing Punk back. So I wouldn't get your hopes up. Sami Zayn thrown out of the ring. Cesaro in complete control right now. Big strike by Sami Zayn. Forearm strike again. Driving Cesaro back. Ooh! Face first into the railings. Face first. Finally, we got the first takeover. Shout out to you, Monica Prediction King. Days, watching this makes me wish fans were still a thing. I wish wrestling had fans as well. Yeah, I agree, man. I mean, you can see just what fans bring. I mean, that's the most obvious thing in the world, isn't it? But yeah, you do really appreciate it when you see it like this. Little intimate setting as well, isn't it? Imagine Cesaro versus Thatcher, says Robin813. Oh, man, Cesaro hurls Sami Zayn on top of the railings. Kind of went into his throat. So, definitely feeling that. Drives him into the edge of the ring as well. So, Cesaro in control. I miss fans. I miss the crowd. Everyone's just missing the crowd. Phil B said, Edge said he's absolutely not coming back. To be fair, though, they won't come out and say they want Punk back. It would be a surprise. Yeah, that's true. Charging over, going through the ropes. Uppercut by Cesaro. Sami Zayn went through the corner, got caught by Cesaro. There's a holy ship chant right now. Holy ship, holy ship. Days, what are the Dave Meltzer ratings? I do not have them lined up, but I can find them. Yeah, that uppercut was crazy from Cesaro. Now he's working on the leg of Sami Zayn. I'll have a look and see if I can find those Dave Meltzer NXT Arrival ratings. Pretty sure he would have loved this. Oh, wow, he did love it. 4.25 stars for this match. 4.25 stars. Cesaro, so drink it in the words of Dana Brooke. Showing a replay of that uppercut. And now Cesaro working on the leg of Sami Zayn. When this first aired, this, as we said, was the very first live show that they showed on the network. There was quite a few complaints from people because apparently there was a fair few technical difficulties during this. I think it's fine now. I don't think the problem was with the actual thing. I think it was just the technology at the time. So Sami in real trouble here. Cesaro has hurled him all around the ringside area. Beautiful uppercut as Sami was diving through the ropes. Wrapped Sami's leg around the ring post. And I missed them as well. Do you remember those straps around his thighs that Cesaro had? I never understood them. I don't know what they were for. I think they were just some kind of freaky decoration. I should have asked him. I have spoke to Cesaro. So I should have asked him. Hey, do you remember when you was wearing them crazy thigh wraps? What was that about? What was that about? Oh, crashing down on the knee. Some lovely psychology in this. I do love it when they target body parts, when they really go after like a knee or an ankle or something like that, and it becomes part of the match. Like, I always think that's amazing when they target something and then like they can't do the finishing move as a result, like the knee gives out, or I always love that. Nice kick to the face there by Sami. If I can remember, I think it kept blacking out with sound issues, says James. As I said, I never saw it, so that's really interesting, if that's what it was. Look at Daisy Boy name dropping. Pressure bands would be my guess. Well, there we go. Sami Zayn down. Cesaro gives a "We the People." There is actually a "We the People" sign in the crowd as well. That "We the People" thing was over. Oh, again. Dragon screw on the leg. Hello, Miss Cam One. Hope you are well. Monica King says, I'm currently cutting onions, watching NXT and Days. Multitasking. That's amazing. That is amazing. Retribution is a faction made up of talent released on Black Wednesday. I have seen that theory. Single leg. Single leg Boston Crab by Cesaro, but he's actually changed it now. Look at that. It's a variation of it. He's gone a lot higher. He's more sat around Sami's neck area. Sami managing to get over to the ropes, though. Very good. Very good. Little variations like that just keep things interesting, you know. I do love seeing things that you don't see that often, or maybe have never seen before. But that's why Cesaro's so good. He won't just give you a single leg Boston Crab. He'll find a way to pull it a bit more or sit a little higher up the body and, you know, really make it look extra painful. Show you something, a variation of it that you haven't quite seen before. Sami Zayn on the edge of the ring. Cesaro down on the outside. Gives a little kick out. He's going to springboard moonsault. No, bounces off the top. Gets caught by Cesaro. Oh, he slams him on the carpet. Right on the carpet. Devastating. I love hearing William Regal on commentary as well. He brings a bit of like extra emotion. Obviously, Mauro's amazing these days, but there's obviously no Mauro Ranallo at this point. So, referee count in. Sami Zayn outside the ring. This just feels like it's so simple. It's just two really great wrestlers. Two really great wrestlers having a really great wrestling match with no silliness. Cesaro is so good. He always delivers. Sami Zayn backed into the corner. Cesaro charging over. He's managed to grab him. What's he looking for? Going to throw him. Suplex. Amazing. Exploder suplex into the corner by Sami Zayn, who tries to roll over Cesaro. Kick out by Cesaro. JBL was a GM at this time. What? Of NXT? I don't remember that. Oh, I haven't actually gone back and watched all of the old NXT, so I can't recall seeing JBL. I remember seeing Dusty. Nice double axe handle. Trying to run over. Grabbed by Sami Zayn. Oh! Blue Thunder Bomb. Oh, God. I just really miss Sami Zayn. I really miss Sami Zayn. What a brilliant wrestler. I mean, seeing him here, and then, of course, you know, the great matches he had against Kevin Owens, the great match that he had against Shinsuke Nakamura. Haven't seen him since WrestleMania. I haven't seen green shirt guy yet, but there is a green hoodie guy. I can see him. A little higher up. Nice. Koji Clutch. Don't see that, do you? The way that he managed to put that on as well. Muffler. Stretch muffler? A stretch muffler? By Cesaro. Again, a move that I feel we saw the other day, but it's not a move that you see that often. A stretch muffler. It's where you've got the leg around the neck. And it's in the middle of the ring. See Wrestling, shout out to you. Sunny Wolf. Mustafa says, JBL was GM during this time. He was the one who stripped Paige. Oh, you are right. You are right. I do remember that. I do remember that. Backstage, wasn't it? When she won both titles and he approached her and said that he was going to have to take, yeah. You are right. Well done. So, Sami Zayn has managed to get over to the ropes. This is a very, very good match. No surprises there. I think we knew it was going to be. Why is the writing so difficult for Raw and SmackDown to succeed? 90% of the storylines are flat within a couple of weeks. I think Seth Rollins came out today and said, fans, it's our fault, apparently. We just are not willing to wait for long-term booking, long-term storytelling. So everything's got to be so instant and so now. Look at this Cesaro swing that's going on as well. I love how they're shooting that. That was great. They had like the cameraman outside the ring kind of trying to follow Sami around. They didn't just show you him being spun. They had the cameraman trying to... Kind of made you feel a little bit sick as well. Felt like Cesaro was swinging you. Nice reversal by Sami. Kick out by Cesaro. Double stomp by Cesaro. Going for the pin. 2. Oh, kick out. Kick out by Sami Zayn. Daze, do you think Roman will come back soon? I don't know is the answer. I don't know if he'll come back soon. He didn't want to be around because of his immune system and the coronavirus. And right now, it's worse than ever. So, I don't know. Unless they can make him feel comfortable that, do you know what I mean? He's not going to interact with that many people and his risks are very, very low. You know, the whole bubble thing. Because he's got to be seeing what the NBA are doing and things like that, you know? I mean, sport has returned. But obviously he is a bit of an exception because of his health problems. So I think he should do whatever's right for him. Big right hand by Sami. And again, Cesaro on the middle rope. Sami looking for a top rope. No, big boot. Thought he was going for a top rope enziguri. Cesaro is sat on the top. Sami Zayn has grabbed him. Elbows across the back of the head. Big spot coming up here. Ah, it's not paid off. He was looking for a head scissor takedown. Powerbomb. Powerbomb. No, reversed. Great counter by Sami. Cesaro over in the corner. Haluva kick. Haluva. 1, 2. Ah, kick out. Haluva kick, man. William Regal says this is a moment that could make or break Sami Zayn. William Regal really putting over the fact that if he can't get this done, it'll break his confidence once and for all. Kick out, yeah. And John saying this is awesome. Who is Seth kidding? Of course we want long-term booking. It's Vince who has no attention span. Yeah, I think it was just Seth being playing up to his heel persona. Happy birthday to John Cena Gamer 0809. Shout out to you. Trini says, I kind of agree on the fans. Most people hate waiting for a story to pay off, but I think that comes from being disappointed so much that they just want a guarantee of a good plot before they get invested. I think as well, it would be all right if you were getting payoffs in stories. I mean, you can have stories telling you, you know, doing long stories, but you can have different payoffs. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not as if you've got to start 5 stories the same week. They're all going to end in 5 weeks' time. You can start a story that ends and another one that goes a little longer and then ends, and you can have lots of little payoffs. So I think long-term booking's amazing. I think the fans would be on board with it. I just think the problem is that they do it once with something like the Hacker, and then it gets dropped. I think you're right. Right, Sami Zayn is down. Cesaro standing over him. This event is only 1 hour 50, and I think this first match is taking a good 20-odd minutes up. I mean, we've got about an hour and a half left at this stage. An hour and a half left already. I gotta tell you, after yesterday's UFC stream, which I didn't even see how long it was, but I'm guessing it smashed through the 5-hour mark. A little cheeky couple of hour stream today, I'll take that. Sami Zayn is down. I can tell you that one of Cesaro's thigh straps has fallen down. It is, breaking news, the left leg. The strap is around his boot. I think actually there's a piece of it that's still attached to his thigh, which means that he must like glue them on or something. Must use like blue tack. Oh, look at that. Snap German. Sami charging over. Big boot by Cesaro. Sami Zayn goes down. Cesaro. Neutralizer. No. Reversed into a pin. 2. Ah, kick out. Sami going over. Gets... Oh, look at it. Oh, kick out. Wow. Went all round the houses there. Amazing action. Incredible action. John says, what a match. Monica says 5:53. I might give Twitter a miss. How are you doing? I'm good, thanks, Trevor. I hope you are well. Incredible. Sami starting to get back up to his feet. If you had to pick one wrestler or a tag team from Raw or SmackDown to go to NXT to reinvent their career, who would you choose? I don't know that you would necessarily go to NXT to reinvent. Could you? One. Sami Zayn just kicked out at 1. I suppose you could go back and just completely change your character. Hit the restart. Cesaro back in the corner. Sami Zayn has managed to get up to his feet. Cesaro looking for an uppercut. Gets it. Wow. Just turned Sami Zayn inside out. Looking for the neutralizer. Boom. Hits it. 1, 2. Wow. And there we go. Cesaro beats Sami Zayn. Cesaro beats Sami Zayn. What a match. I'll throw that last question out to the chat. I mean, I've got a few names I could think about, the likes of Shorty G or King Corbin. You know, I mean, there's quite a few people that are struggling, if you will, or not that over. Elias, someone else that's not that over that could probably do with a reinvention. Kind of feel like Shorty G, I kind of felt like he had turned heel and then he got beaten up by Sheamus. So now I don't know. I don't know if he's turned heel. So one of them maybe. It's amazing to have the same birthday as Alexa Bliss. Amazing scenes. I would pick Nia Jax, the botch machine. She does need a repackage, yes. And maybe a bit of extra training. A bit of after hours work. Great first match, though. Absolutely brilliant. And as we said, Dave Meltzer giving that 4.25 stars. I'm sure it's 4.25. 4.25. And this next match, guys, get ready for this next match. 1 star. We go from one extreme to the other. One extreme to the other. A 1-star NXT match? Who knew? William Regal says, in all of his years in the industry, he has never seen anything. Or anyone. That impresses him more. It's amazing. William Regal is so good. He's saying, you know, the fact that Sami could just survive against such a competitor. If Sami was here looking for respect, then he's absolutely getting that from me. Really putting over Sami even in defeat. Sami is dejected, sat, slumped against the ropes, and Cesaro gets back into the ring. Imagine if they had, like, I keep saying it, but a company-wide tournament, and we were going to get matches like this. Winner moves on, loser gets knocked out. And the two embrace in the ring after that incredible opening match. There was an earthquake in North Carolina. I did see that this morning, yes. Hope everyone's all right. The heady heights of 1 star. Shout out to you, Anna Dawes. Hope you are well, my friend. On this Sunday. Wow, it's quite late, isn't it, actually? Monday morning. Sami was better in NXT than what he is now on the main roster. I think injuries have got in the way. I think bad booking has got in the way. I think maybe a little bit of his backstage attitude, which is the rumour, has maybe got in the way. I think Sami just really, is very outspoken. And that's not a bad thing, but I don't know, maybe sometimes he can overstep the line. But in ring, one of the best that they've got. Brilliant wrestler. Always gives his all. Loves the fans. And there we go. He's hobbling away. But he's got the appreciation of the NXT crowd. Brilliant. I love his ring attire as well. His ring attire is so different. It's black tights, but with like flags around the... I wonder what all the flags represent. I don't actually know why he's got all the flags on his ring attire. The hype man. The hype man is coming, guys. Mojo Rawley. Sami Zayn was so much better in NXT. It seems like WWE just ruins great talent when they go to the main roster. Look what they did to EC3. Who's she? Teresa Jacobs. Mayor? My God, are all the mayors in America got the surname Jacobs? What's going on? President of Full Sail as well. Gary Jones. Yeah, go on, Gary. Is this the hype man? Or is this CJ Parker? Here we go. CJ Parker, who competes now in New Japan as Juice Robinson. Big star in New Japan. I know that he's won the... Is it a United States title over there? And tag titles as well. He's been on Wrestle Kingdom a few times. He's always on the main cards. Well, here he is in NXT as CJ Parker. And it is weird seeing Brandy Rhodes in the ring. So here we go. CJ Parker, Juice Robinson. And here comes the hype man. Yeah, let's get hyped. There's lights flashing, smoke and everything. The hype man is here. Someone's screaming their heads off as well. Mojo stays hyped. Yeah, hyped. I'm hyped. 24 hours a day. I bet that gets annoying. Yeah, isn't it the crowd? Can you check that the clock is correct? Yeah. It's I would say it's about 10, 15 out. There might be a slight delay. Who is ready for this one-star match, says John. Hype man is the brightest future I see. Big things for him. Well, getting backed up into the corner. Hype bros were great, says Chalmers. CJ Parker just staring at Mojo Rawley. The man has got boundless energy. Well, no wonder it was a one-star match. Look who is in this match. Mojo Rawley. Yeah, he's not my favourite superstar in the world. CJ Parker's cool, though. Some right hands in the corner. Days, that was a great match. I wish that matches were still like that. I'm hyped for this 1-star match, says £10 a podcast. We've got Mojo down in the corner. CJ is working on him. He's not looking as hyped now as he gets taken over to the other side, smashed into the other corner. Shoulder charge. Driving his shoulder into the midsection. How long have we got left? We've got 1 hour 20. Actually, under an hour and 20. We're probably approaching 1:15. What happened to Mojo? What did happen to Mojo? I don't know, actually. I feel like I saw him maybe a few weeks ago. Big right hand by Mojo. So CJ Parker coming back. Firing in some big left hands. Look at that. He is fired up. Gritted teeth from CJ Parker. Big splash by Mojo. Going back to the other side. Another big splash. Is that a rear end? I think Mojo just hit a rear end. Oh. Seated senton. Mojo Rawley. Mojo Rawley with the win. There we go. There was your 1-star match. 3 minutes long. CJ Parker, also known as CJP, Juice Robinson, and Red Death Mask. He is a talented wrestler. Yeah, I mean, look, that was trash, wasn't it? I suppose the problem is that Mojo Rawley is like the hype man. So he can't really go for that long. In a way, he was kind of like the modern day Ultimate Warrior. Just nowhere near as cool. Didn't have the face paint or the crowd support. I had a bit of crowd support. He goes over to someone in the crowd. I don't get hyped, I stay hyped. There you go, he just made that guy's dream come true. So, match number 2 is done. What is NXT Arrival? It was the first... Hey, there's Emma. Emma, backstage. I miss Emma. She was so good. They should bring her back. Do you remember her dancing with Santino? Here she is with all the bubbles. I loved Emma. I don't know why. They just didn't see it in her, did they? They turned her heel. She wasn't as good a heel. She was alright as a heel. And they tried to turn her into Emelina. Evolution. The Evolution is a change that's come into WWE. Entertainment? There she is. Look, oh yeah, I forgot about that. She always struggled to get into the ring, didn't she? She would go over to the ropes and she'd try to pull herself up and she'd kind of do it, but not really. The Evolution is going to be bigger than anyone ever imagined. Is that... Oh, that's later. I thought it might be next. Right, little advert for Full Sail. WWE have announced that Kamala has passed away. Is that true? Kamala has passed. Oh. That's gutting. That is gutting. I know that he'd had quite a lot of health issues, hadn't he? Let's have a look. Nothing on the internet yet. I mean, I should imagine it's breaking through.
Bobby Reynolds is a legend.
Say that WWE
they donated $20 via a super chat. I go a couple wish dream match Braun Strowman versus the Great Khali, Braun versus Angry the Giant, Braun versus Vader, Angry the Giant versus his son or not the Big
Bobby Reynolds says, I got a couple of dream matches. Braun versus Great Khali. Braun versus Andre the Giant. Braun versus Vader. Andre the Giant versus his son. Or not the Big Show. And Andre versus Giant Gonzalez. What's your dream match? I always wanted to see Undertaker versus Sting. Shout out to you, Bobby. Hope you are well. We're just looking into this Kamala story that seems to be breaking. Let's have a look. Yeah. Kamala was one of Hulk Hogan's better draw-in show opponents from 86 to 87. They did good business. It's kind of forgotten, because it was right before WrestleMania 3. He was in quite a few different promotions. Sad to see, this is from Brian Lass, sad to see the reports that Kamala has passed away. Watched and reviewed 82 and 83 Mid-South Wrestling. Gave me a whole new appreciation for him. One of wrestling's last great gimmicks. Do you want to know what's really, really weird? I didn't know that Kamala had actually wrestled for World of Sport in the UK. But this is so weird. It was only literally 2 days ago I watched a Kamala match, Kamala against Big Daddy. And I was watching him competing in the, I want to say the early 80s in the UK. And I was watching him on like YouTube, obviously, like a clip. I was watching his matches. And I almost tweeted it out. I almost tweeted out the picture because the picture is so weird. It's kind of, he looks like Kamala. He's got the kind of Kamala gimmick, but it's a little different. You can tell it's like quite early in its inception. And yeah, it's honestly one of my favourites. Kamala is one of my favourites. But I know that he'd been in pain. I mean, someone here saying, rest easy, big man. I'm so sorry for the pain that you had to endure in the last years of your life. Thank you for entertaining me and the fans around the world. Kamala was one of those out there unique characters that you just don't see in pro wrestling today. One that will be missed for many, many reasons. Still waiting on another source to confirm, but it seems safe to announce that Kamala has passed. Heartbreaking, man. Well, there we go. I mean, he's passed away at the age of 70. I know that shouldn't make any difference, but and I know that he had health issues at the end. Let's see if we can find some information on him. Let's change this over. One of the coolest, most underrated wrestlers, 100%. Ascension, is it? That doesn't feel right. Hang on, I'm trying to do so many things now. I've got to try now. I've got to figure out how you spell Ascension. Ascension. Versus. Too cool. There's nothing on Google yet. No, I think this is literally breaking news. It's all over Twitter. So I don't think they've had chance to kind of catch up with the story, but I've seen it from some. I mean, do you know what I mean? It's not just like random people that are reporting it. Hashtag trending right now in the US, RIP Kamala. James Harris was his name. Let's see if we can find some information on him. That's what I wanted to do before. It's already on his Wikipedia. James Harris died Sunday, August 9th. Aged 70. He lost both of his legs to diabetes, so at the end he was in a wheelchair. On November 7th, 2011, he had his left leg amputated just below the knee due to complications with high blood pressure and diabetes, a condition he had had since 1992. But he didn't accept the dialysis treatment, and that forced him to retire. In April of 2012, his right leg was amputated. A campaign was launched to cover his financial needs. He did a video with Bleacher Report, I believe. He underwent in 2017 life-saving emergency surgery. He was put onto life support. That was the last that we've got. But I mean, you want to talk about someone that should go into the WWE Hall of Fame, right up there, no doubt about it. Former AWA Southern Heavyweight Champion. In fact, held quite a few NWA championships. Ranked the 144th best wrestler by Pro Wrestling Illustrated. Went into the Texas Wrestling Hall of Fame in 2012. Four-time USWA World Heavyweight Champion. But, as we said, worked with Hogan, worked in loads of different promotions. Made his debut in 1978. Wrestled all over the world. And, for me, one of the best ever gimmicks. So, horrible, heartbreaking news. Johnny Bates, shout out to you, my friend. Shout out to you. We've got Ascension taking on Too Cool, by the way. I know that we haven't been focused on this. It's very cool to see Too Cool in Full Sail working on the Ascension. The Ascension here, one of the best tag teams to ever come out of NXT. They were so dominant. They really did get booked and built as this absolutely unstoppable force. I remember there being so much excitement when they got called up. And here they are working against a real classic tag team, couple of legends. Just to give this a sprinkling of star power, if you will. Jerry Smith says, R.I.P. Kamala, one of the coolest, most underrated wrestlers ever. Dave in Real Life says Kamala was a classic monster heel. Love that from Zantastic with the moon and star. Heather said he had a rough time with diabetes and had both legs amputated. Matthew, I don't think the Hackers have got anything to do with the new faction, though. Do Kamala fights on Tuesday? I only watched Kamala versus Take Casket match the other day. Here we go, he's doing the worm. And, got caught. Grandmaster Sexay gets knocked down out of the ring. Obviously, the Ascension not with WWE anymore. Clothesline. Tag made. Here we go. Connor, Victor, poised and ready. The fall of man. 1, 2, 3. Days, give us a classic toy hunt. Kamala! Ah, it's heartbreaking, isn't it? I'm trying to see if I've got my Hasbro. Where my old Kamala Hasbro is. On the shelf. I don't even know where it is. Legit, I can't see it actually. Where is it? Oh, even my Kamala Hasbro's gone. Unbelievable scenes. Yeah, I am very, very. Well, I don't want to say I'm shocked by it because I know that he'd had health issues, so it's not the most shocking thing in the world. But it definitely is a really sad day. It really is. It really is. I think what I'm looking forward. I know this sounds wrong, right? But I am looking forward to people being like introduced to him, if you will. I should imagine there's a lot of kids that don't know about him, and I'm hoping that WWE will have time to put a video package together. I don't know that they will, and in fact, they might not want to because I know that the gimmick is a bit controversial these days. So maybe they won't go that far. Maybe it will just be a graphic. But hopefully they do something on YouTube. Hopefully they do put a little video package together on YouTube. I think that would be really cool. We've got Paige. Hopefully kids out there do, look him up. He was brilliant. Paige says, I know what a diva is meant to be. She's meant to be tanned, light hair, full of colour. And Paige goes, no. Very, very important to the history of women's wrestling, Paige. And her victory, becoming the first NXT Women's Champion. Paige is very cool. I actually saw Kamala wrestle as a kid in Texas. Amazing. Amazing. I just tweeted R.I.P. Kamala. I'm a kid. I know who Kamala is. Good. We've got Ric Flair and Charlotte sat at ringside. So is it, I'm guessing it's Paige next. Is it Paige and Emma? Yeah, I think it is those guys next. We had a victory there. I think we did cover it. Ascension beating Too Cool. But we are moving on to Paige versus Emma. The rematch. Oh, hello. Here's Steph. Here's Steph in Full Sail. Love me, love me, love me. Principal owner of WWE, Stephanie McMahon, making her way down to the ring at Full Sail. Is this a triple threat? Has this just been turned into a triple threat? As a long-time viewer of the channel, I remember you talking about Kamala and then you talking about his theme on the escape pod. Yeah. Love his theme. Okay, let's see what Steph has got to say. You've still got it. And she said, ladies and gentlemen, I never lost it. Right now, we're all making history. The first program to stream live on the network is not WrestleMania 30. It is NXT Arrival. I'm proud to be here as a woman. Of announcing the Divas division. Days, hope you're well. Just want to say love the streams. Shout out to you, my friend. AOX Clone. Okay, we're being introduced to the Divas. Here comes Emma. Da, 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 da. Bubbles all over the place. I love that sign as well. That sign in the crowd is amazing. They've got a cutout of Emma. And look, even William Regal's having a go. Emma makes all your troubles go away. Here she goes. Look, getting in the ring. Go on, Emma. Go on, Emma. Yeah. Oh, it's the little things, man. I love this girl. Bring her back. Just hashtag justice for Emma. Hashtag RIP Kamala. Steph was giving it a little go. But here comes Paige. How was Emma over at this point? She's cool, man. This is my house, yeah. Scott Turner, we heard. Yeah, we heard. Days, are you going to watch Summer Struggle on the 29th? I'll have to have a look, see what else is on at that time. A lot of these shows tend to clash with each other, but if I can, then I will try to. There we go. Paige holding up that NXT Women's Championship. Goes over, holds it up in the face of Emma. Smile on Emma's face. Steph still in the ring. Shakes the hand of Emma. Goes to shake the hand of Paige. Takes the title. Holds the title up. Didn't she know the camera was the other way? She just held it up the wrong way round. I thought she was going to show all the sides of the crowd, but she didn't. Now, look, the ref's having to do it instead. Unbelievable scenes. Steph botching. Right, we should be underway now. Emma versus Paige. Kamala, good fella. I watched the James Harris pound a steak no one could eat. He ate 2 of them down to the bone. Is this the first NXT Takeover? Yeah. This is the first NXT pay-per-view special. The next one, I think, was called NXT Takeover. So the second one is called NXT Takeover. The first one was called NXT Arrival. Steph needs to have a few years in NXT. Insiders are doing an NXT Takeover 30 watch-along if Days can't do it. Yeah, I'm not doing it so that they can do it. Kamala has passed, says Chronic Wrestling. I know. Emma looking for a backslide. Couldn't quite get it. Takes Paige down. One, two. 2 count for Paige. Drop kick. Emma goes down. Paige going for a pin. Lots of pin attempts at the start of this, isn't there? Lots of pin attempts. Where are we with the... Man, this is flying by. We've got less than 55 minutes now. 54 minutes to go. Steph even created women's wrestling in NXT. Yes. Days, do you think hair for a hair match between Mandy and Sonya will end up happening? I would hope so. I think that they're really making a big deal out of the hair thing, so you would have to think that there's a really good chance. Nice takedown there by Paige. I don't know if that's lipstick or if there's a little bit of blood. But she seems to have something on her teeth. I'm guessing it's blood. Rockstar Anch says, I looked up Kamala. It didn't say he had passed, but if he did, RIP. Wrestling Days fan says, I feel like the stream started just a few minutes ago. Well, I mean, it's so unusual for our streams to be so short, but yeah, it's nice. I like it. It's quite refreshing. Do you know what I mean? Not all the streams we do need to be like 4 hours. This one going to be clocking in at around the 2-hour mark. And it's nice to go back and just see how far NXT has come as well. This is the first NXT special, as we said, from February 2014. Strikes by Paige. Picks up Emma. Emma lands on her feet, grabs Paige. Paige going over to the corner. Spins around, puts Emma in the corner. Back elbows coming in by Paige. Days, are we watching Takeover, UFC or AEW? UFC with AEW on in the background. What do you think of Dynamite moving days? I think if they have to do it, they have to do it. I mean, I prefer it being on Thursdays. So I wish that would be a permanent change. I think that AEW would actually get extra viewers. More wrestling fans would tune into AEW on a Thursday than when they go up against NXT. Emma charging over. Pulls Paige into the middle. Slingshots her. Takes her down and rolls over. That's nice. That's nice. She was going for the Emma lock. Normally, they slingshot wrestlers into, like, the corner or into something. This way, she actually slingshotted her just into the middle of the ring, but carried on rotating and was then trying to get her into a submission hold. Nice. Knee strikes coming in by Paige. When is it moving to Thursday? A couple of weeks' time, I think. NBA is taking over everything. Yes. Emma, drop kick. Paige goes down. Are you still watching Takeover but not streaming it? I just don't care for it. I really don't. I was saying this the other day. You get so much given to you on a Wednesday with championship matches like that, and I'll probably check out a few things from it. When Emma said she started the women's revolution, she wasn't lying. It was her match with Paige that put women in NXT on the map. Yeah, I agree. I mean, if we're being honest, was it Triple H that started the women's revolution? Like, nice tarantula. Yeah, I mean, NXT having a women's title and giving Paige and Emma that platform played a massive part. But of course, you've got to have the women go out there to do it. You know, if they'd had a terrible match, but they gave them an opportunity. They both went out there. They both had a great match. Paige was such an interesting performer as well, because Paige was not like the divas that you saw on WWE. She had a very different look. She was a bit more like goth, wasn't she? So, yeah, no denying that Emma and Paige massively played their part. I mean, the Four Horsewomen played their part as well with Becky and Sasha and Bayley, no doubt about that. But by the time they come along, the ball is already rolling. Crowd is pretty evenly divided, says Sean. Dat King says, what are your thoughts on Naito losing the titles to Evil so early after New Japan came back, and thoughts on Evil joining Bullet Club? I like it. I'm a big Naito fan, but I think that you need something to wake things up. Do you know what I mean? To get people talking about you, you need to do something after you've been away for so long to kind of get people to tune in and care. And I think having a big shock like that made a lot of sense. And, you know, in a way, you were really building. I mean, Evil is such an established star. But to do that and pull the trigger that way, but do it in such a believable way as well, you know, the heel turn, and it's really good. I thought it was really good storytelling. I don't know if that was the plan from the start or if it was just a response to having been away for so long, but yeah, I like it. I don't think you can do it that often. You've got to, it's once in a blue moon kind of a thing, you know. Lovely work here by Emma that's stretching out Paige. Is AEW moving to Thursdays permanently? No. Are you looking forward to Raw tomorrow? Yes. Yes, very much so. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Paige, as you said, being stretched out at the moment by Emma. Emma going for the cover. Days the Hacker is telling you to be on Quizzlemania. Evil is great. I'm glad we can see his full potential. Days, are you not streaming because Pat is on? Well, UFC's on at the same time. And, yeah, I mean, I don't want to see the Adam Cole-Pat match at all. I've got no interest in it. I don't care who wins. I just got no interest in it. The rest of the card, I mean, looks okay. But I think part of the problem as well is that, you know, you get title matches on Wednesday all the time. Like, this needed some reason to get me to tune in. And it seems like the reason they're going with is the Pat match. Like, honestly, the rest of it is just Io Shirai against Dakota Kai. I think that's quite intriguing. I'm on board with that. Ladder match, I suppose, should be quite good. Nice opportunity for talent to step up. Karrion Kross Keith Lee, I would think it would be too soon for Karrion to get the title. So I don't think Keith Lee's going to be dropping that belt. Of course, could be wrong. But yeah, for some reason, I'm just not that hyped about it. Paige, Emma, both up in the corner. Looking for a superplex. Strikes to the midsection by Emma. Clubs across the back. Emma flips over, looking for a powerbomb. Trying to powerbomb Paige. Oh, gets it. 1, 2. Oh. John Cena is not forming the NWO. Wrestling Days fan says, I can't wait for Karrion Kross Keith Lee. AEW needs to be moved into public access. Takeover should be good, says Wrestling Days fan. I can't hear what the crowd are chanting. Okay, so Paige down, in pain. This match is okay. What did Meltzer give this match out of interest? We're approaching the 40-minute mark. Okay, so Dave Meltzer gave the first match 4.25 stars. Second match, 1 star. Third match, the Ascension, too cool one, which I'll admit we was a bit distracted by because of the Kamala news, but still, Dave Meltzer only gave that 1.25 stars. This one gets 2.75 stars. 2.75 stars from Dave Meltzer for this one. What does he give the main event? 3.25. That's not bad. Main event will be all right. I seem to remember it was better than that, actually. Kamala's passed away. Yeah. Shout out to Gillian Sunday. Clothesline. Down goes Emma. Kick to the midsection. Paige Turner. Emma's down. 1, 2. Kick out. Kick out by Emma. How do you feel about Kairi Sane leaving? Gutted. Gutted. Love Kairi Sane. Thought she was excellent talent. And I think... who did she have a match against that was brilliant? Was it Sasha? Can't remember. Or maybe Bailey. I remember she had a match just a couple of weeks before she went. And it was so good. Such a shame. Oh, yeah, I remember Paige doing this. Scorpion crosslock. Grabs the arms, pulls Emma back. Look at that. I can't remember anyone else doing that hold apart from Paige in recent years. I don't know why no one has spoke to Paige and asked if they can start doing that. It was a great hold. She did it a lot on the main roster. Paige picks up the victory. Do you think Kamala should go into the Hall of Fame in 2021? I don't think it matters. I think he's got to go into the Hall of Fame, but I don't think it matters what year. You know, really at any point he should go in. He should have gone in whilst he was still with us, you know. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter now. Do you agree if the people who were saying NXT wasn't that good after Portland, I feel like Great American Bash and In Your House wasn't great? Do you agree? The people who were saying NXT wasn't that good after Portland, I feel that Great American Bash and In Your House wasn't great. I liked In Your House. Great American Bash was a bit weird, wasn't it? Because it was across 2 weeks. It wasn't... I don't know if you can really count those. So, but In Your House I thought was good. I enjoyed In Your House. I love the old set. Thought there was some good action. Thought the women's triple threat was excellent. The two embrace Emma and Paige. There we go. Days, when Retribution invaded SmackDown, did you see Vanessa Bourne's hair pop out? We don't know that that is Vanessa Bourne. People are saying it's Vanessa Bourne just because of the hair type, but there's lots of wrestlers that have got curly hair, so it might not be Vanessa Bourne. Could it be Vanessa Bourne? Yes. But it might not be Vanessa Bourne. And in fact, the latest report was that apparently WWE aren't too sure who is in that group. They don't know quite yet who they want in it. We've got Neville. So it might be that you see someone again, but only next time they haven't got curly hair. Neville backstage. The man that gravity forgot. God, he was so good in NXT. So awful on the main roster. I love how they present him as well. Like, this kind of like, they make it look like an aerial kind of military thing. They're giving it very much like locked in. And all these like graphics, system loaded, and all that kind of stuff, because he is such an aerial specialist. Look at that. Look at the hype that he was getting. Days, do you think Cesaro will go into the Hall of Fame? Right now, no. I don't think so. I don't think right now he would. I think, you know, come back in 5 years' time, something like that. Yeah, I don't think they would put him in yet. Although saying that, he is a multiple-time tag team champ. But would that be enough to put him in? I can't see the bar going in for what they achieved. And that would be his most likely way in. I don't think he goes in as a solo star. Would they put the tag team, the bar, in? I don't think they would. Even though they won a fair few tag titles, the bar, actually. And they were together for longer than you think. The bar were together for like 3 years. He is a... you see, look, he is a 5-time Raw Tag Team Champion. He won the title 4 times with Sheamus. Andre the Giant trophy winner, 2-time SmackDown Tag Champ, 1-time United States. I mean, he's got a fair few things under his belt. I don't think he goes in yet. If I'm just being straight up honest, I don't think he's made it yet. Just got a little advert for NXT. Did you hear about Kamala? I did, yes. Big Boy Dally, shout out to you. We got Pat Patterson and Dusty Rhodes at ringside. Pat Patterson, the first ever Intercontinental Champion. Look at that. Pat Patterson stealing Dusty Rhodes' hat. Xavier Woods on his way out now. Xavier Woods before he was in the New Day. Here we go, Xavier Woods on his way down, dancing his way down to the ring. Is it Tyler Breeze that he's facing? This is like left, right versus up, up, down, down, but in real life. And by real life, I mean scripted. Did you see the guy wearing the Kane mask? I didn't. Yeah, he has come down to Funkadactyl's music. Breeze, yeah. I think you should put R.I.P. Kamala under the timer to show that you are aware. I don't know if I can achieve such a thing. Actually, I can put it at the top corner. Ugandan. Is that how you spell Ugandan? Ugandan. Let's have a look, see if I'm spelling that right. Ugandan. Oh, there's no I. Right, here is Tyler Breeze. So, Tyler Breeze versus Xavier Woods. We are running out of time. We've got about half an hour left, and we've still got our main event to go. WWE did pack, a.k.a. Neville, dirty, trying to make him job for that clown Enzo. True. True. And he didn't want any part of it, did he? Breeze is gorgeous, I think, is the chant. Breeze is gorgeous. Here's Rusev. Here's Lana. Alexander Rusev. So, no more match. We never get Xavier Woods versus Tyler Breeze. Instead, we've got Rusev come down. What a great roster, man. Here we go. Xavier Woods in the corner. Ah, Rusev. Ah, like a Samoan drop. This is going to be quick. R.I.P. Kamala, says Danny. Yeah. Rusev in 2014 is weird. He looks like a monster, though, doesn't he? Barefoot. Here goes the accolade. Accolade on Xavier. Look at Xavier screaming in pain. Xavier's selling that like a Girl Guide sells cookies. Tap him. People of America. This is the next generation. Rusev. Oh, I don't know who this woman is. Who's this? I thought it was Lana, but she's got a Russian accent. USA chant. I loved Rusev. Rusev was so good. Everything was great up until he had that match with John Cena. Built him up as this absolute monster. They got him to the point where he has a match with Cena. He comes out in a freaking tank at WrestleMania 31. And then after that, they were just like, I don't know what to do with him. This match is the birth of left, right, left, right. Yes. I'm extremely far ahead. People have said that it's a little bit out. Rusev. How do you like the Dead Days? I don't know what that means. We've got Bo Dallas backstage. Bo Dallas as NXT champ. Looks weird, doesn't it? Looks weird. Big Time Mike says, keep up the good work. Shout out to you, my friend. Thank you for the kind words. We've got some photoshopped pictures of Bo Dallas. Here he is, look, giving cookies to the crowd. I was born to be a star. No, the sign says no more Bo. No more Bo. And he changed it. He says, I love it. I love the fact they want to know more about me. Good. It's good. Pre-TikTok Lana. Other people have gotten ahead as well. It probably is. I'm always been stuck in the past. It's really nice to see the Fiend's baby brother doing so well, says Dave. Heather says, Rusev, another wasted talent. Anyone that steps in the ring with me will become a Bo leaver. Larry Zbyszko and Steve Kern in the crowd. Skinner. I don't think Rusev and John feud needed to happen. It made sense. It just would have made more sense for Rusev to win. Like John Cena at that point, you know, he's starting to transition to Hollywood. So it would have made sense to have given Rusev that big win over John. I know people felt the same at WrestleMania 30. It would have made more sense for Bray to have beaten John, but... Right, anyway, it is time for our main event. This has been such a weird stream because there's no denying that the news about Kamala has really dominated this stream. That news breaking whilst we were streaming. But it's still been nice to go back and watch this show. I think this show in many ways is like 3 really good matches. And just a couple of like really short matches. But we've got Shawn Michaels making his way down. Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels has got the NXT Championship in his hands. Yeah, it is a star-studded event, this. Shawn Michaels there. Pat Patterson there. Dusty Rhodes is there. Zbyszko is there. Stephanie is there. Triple H we saw at the start. AEW has also tweeted out about Kamala. No more Bo. Use deodorant. Days, did you like the Undertaker Rusev match? I can't remember it being a classic. I can't remember much about it apart from the controversy going into it, where Rusev says, "Bury me softly, brother," basically saying, "I know I'm going to lose, but can you just don't hurt me too much?" And he got pulled, and then it was going to be Jericho Undertaker, and then for some reason that didn't happen, and then it went back to being Rusev. But I can't remember. I think the match was okay. But I mean, look, by that point, Rusev's done, isn't he? I mean, I'm certainly not looking at that saying Rusev should have won that one. I don't think it mattered at that point. Even Rusev knew he was losing. Sean says, "I appreciate you asking for one more match." Sean says that he's out of shape. He doesn't have to adhere to a dress code. So basically, he's just saying, "I'm quite happy being retired, thanks." Thanks, everyone, but look at me, I'm a slob. And I can talk. HB Shizzle. It's weird because yesterday I was thinking Kamala should return ringside. You're ahead of us now. I'm ahead of you. Days is cheating, moving time. I am moving time. Yeah, it's a superpower that I've got. Chalmers says this is such a weird show. Well, I don't know. Maybe the clock's messing around. Rest in peace, Kamala. Yes, absolutely. Shawn Michaels promoting his DVD, Blu-ray, actually. So they're really giving him some promo time here. Days, this has been a great and sad stream. So, Shawn Michaels says, what you're going to see now is two very talented young men. But only one. But only one can step into history and into greatness. But there we go. Shawn Michaels giving us the promo build for this. Neville is here. Days Kamala died at 70. Yes. Neville running down to the ring. At this rate, Days is going to know who wins Karrion Kross Keith Lee tomorrow. You should be a serial rock painter, Sonny. Well, there we go, Sonny. Okay, so Neville has made his way down. We're just waiting for Bo Dallas to come down now. R.I.P. Kamala, absolutely. Kamala passed away, yes. It's kind of dominated the stream, hasn't it? I mean, and rightfully so. On the WWE website, they have photos remembering Kamala. I'm sure it's everywhere. It will be everywhere. I mean, as people have just said, you know, AEW even sending a message out about it as well. So, Bo Dallas making his way down to the ring. Neville is inside the ring as well. We should be underway with this. I mean, we're going to have about 20 minutes of this main event. Is Wrestling Days asleep? Can you not see me? Days, has Adam contacted you about Quizlemania? No. Sean has always been a good talker, says Heather. Okay, they've got the championship being suspended. And Neville so focused, staring at Bo Dallas. Really, really focused between these two. Bo Dallas as well. This is a really cool little smirk on his face, though. Little smile. Boos from the crowd. Bo looks up. I think as that championship is being raised, this is a ladder match. Right, here we go. Less than 20 minutes. So this thing isn't going to go too long. It is our main event. Neville versus Bo Dallas. Ladder match for the NXT Championship. Where is this on? It's on the WWE Network. The rules of this match are simple. No disqualifications. Only way to win is to get a ladder, grab that championship. Ladder match, yes. Heather says, if pay-per-views could be more like this, the WWE would be in much better shape. Kicks coming in by Neville. Bo looked like he was trying to get out to get a ladder. Neville grabbing him, driving him to the corner, firing kicks in. Reversal by Bo. Neville goes over to the corner, flips. Look at that. Bo going straight after him, but gets kicked in the face. Nice missile drop kick. Flip up by Neville. Neville, so fast. Missed Neville. I mean, no. Bo Managing to get to the side of the ring. Ooh. Bo taking Neville's legs away, and he smacks the back of his head onto the ring, and some big strikes coming in by Bo Dallas. What football team do you support? Man United and Starbridge. Neville back in the corner. Some big strikes coming in by Bo. Back elbow by Bo. I don't think that WWE will ever acknowledge, kayfabe or otherwise, that Bo is Bray's brother. Monica says, I miss a lot of people that are involved in this pay-per-view. I think it's a real eye-opener to actually go back and just see how badly people do get used. I know that we're all aware of it, but sitting here and just looking at the likes of Emma, looking at the likes of Neville, looking at the likes of the Ascension, looking at the likes of Tyler Breeze, looking at the likes of Bo Dallas. Do you know what I mean? Like, literally the list just goes on and on and on. Bo with some back elbows to Neville. He's managed to get a few in succession, and he's managed to ground the man that gravity forgot. It's a cool little nickname, isn't it, that? The man that gravity forgot. Bo in white, even though he's the heel. Neville in black, even though he's the face. Love it. It leaves me feeling very confused. Bo Dallas grabbing Neville, picking him up, taking him over to the side, putting him on that top rope, tying up the legs. That's good. Look at that. Neville properly tied up in the ropes, and now Bo can go and get a ladder. There's the ladder right there, Bo. Bo, you've just walked past the ladder to get that ladder. Why did Bo? That made no sense. He literally walked past the ladder to get a ladder. Here we go. Tries to put the ladder in, but a baseball slide by Neville drives the ladder into Bo. Neville up over the top. Crossbody comes crashing down. They're back onto the carpet. They're back onto the carpet. That carpeted area. I never liked Neville because I invited him to my tea party held on a cloud being pulled around the sky by a magical unicorn, and he never showed. I know they got the invite. I sent it via a dream. That is so beautiful. It feels heartbreakingly beautiful, that does. It's like a kid's book that time has forgot. Days, will you do a video on Kamala? I think so. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to do a video saying that he's passed away because I think the world knows that. But I think I'd really like to do a video just kind of talking about how great he was. Just, do you know what I mean? Talking about, like, the different things that he achieved. And, because as I said, I only just found out that he'd even competed in the UK. I didn't know. But there is footage of him taking on the likes of Big Daddy for World of Sport in the early 80s. The fact that he had that great rivalry as well with Hogan. And he did a lot of stuff outside of pay-per-views, which is really annoying. I mean, he actually had a match against Andre the Giant, and he picked up Andre the Giant. Kamala actually slammed Andre. But it's one of those where it never happened on a pay-per-view. But they had a cage match. He had a cage match. Kamala versus Andre the Giant. Bo running with a ladder, trying to drive it into the face of Neville. Neville managing to get out of the way. Butterfly suplex? No. Big back body drop by Neville. Onto the carpet again. Onto the carpet. Pac Neville is so lean, it's hard to believe that he is so jacked now. I love his character now. He's so dark, isn't he? You and Triple T could do a whole escape pod on Kamala. Oh, man, That's a really good shout. What day is it? Monica, we're definitely doing that. We're definitely doing that. Yes. Oh, Neville climbing up the ladder. Bo Dallas hurls the ladder at Neville. Ladder goes down. Neville goes down. Ladders are down. 2 ladders in the ring right now. We've only got about 12 minutes left. Bo with the ladder drives it into the midsection of Neville. Bo again using that ladder as a weapon. And Bo picking up that ladder. I thought he was going to put it... Yeah, he has. He's put it on top of Neville. So that ladder is on top of the chest of Neville. Bo trying to reach. And Neville powering the ladder up. There we go. Bo comes tumbling off as the ladder falls down. Kamala escape pod. Love it. Anador says, a day's streams are going to be sponsored by Allied Carpets. Yes. Here's a word from our sponsors. Man Groomed. Let's hear from our sponsors, Man Groomed. Guys, you need to get on Express VPQ. Express VPQ so that you can hide your web browsing experiences. Yeah. Look at that. Ladder gets knocked over and Neville gets smashed onto that top rope. Hung out to dry. Don't forget the Kamala family. Both guys are down. Both going over to a ladder. There's a little bit of back and forth here as they're tussling over a ladder. And Neville gets driven back into the corner. The ladder is driven into his midsection. Neville collapses down. Daze, do you believe the rumour that Tommaso Ciampa might be part of the Retribution stable? No. MJF is young. Ladder is set up in the corner. It's kind of pushed in between the turnbuckle pads. And Bo Dallas is looking to slingshot Neville into it. Neville manages to get out the way. Lands on his feet. Duck underneath. Uses the ladder for nice DDT. Good work. Today I ordered my Adam Cole side plates for my NXT Championship. Amazing. I always wake up. That's good news. Day's stream is sponsored by Mama Days. Neville picking up this ladder. So Bo Dallas is down. Jody, did you enjoy my entertainment earlier? Oh, it was very funny. If you didn't see, Jody actually put my face onto various different movie clips and music videos, and I was retweeting them as they were coming through. There was a great one. My favourite one was Titanic. So it had me in the Kate Winslet role, and I actually thought that it looked even sexier. I really did. I really did. Certainly me at the front of the boat, I thought looked very impactful, very powerful. So, yeah, if you've not seen that, then you can check it out on Jody's Twitter account. But, yeah, it's very good, Jody. Thank you for that. It was fun. How long have we got? Wow, man, honestly, this time is absolutely flying. It is absolutely flying. We're at about the 6-7 minute mark now. So about 6-7 minutes to go. into the corner. We've still got these couple of ladders in the ring as well. Bo Dallas grabbing the hair of Neville. Big smile, little smirk on the face of Bo. Looking for a bulldog. Bulldog. Oh, he was looking for a bulldog onto the ladder. He couldn't hit it. Instead, Neville throws Bo into the corner. I think it says Bo leave on the back of Bo's trunks. I haven't been able to quite read what it says, but I'm sure it says Bo leave. There we go. Look, William Regal getting frustrated. He's like, grab a ladder and get climbing. I can't help but root for my fellow Englishman. Get the ladder up, son. Do it for the Queen. Neville grabbing that ladder. The Britney Spears days was something. Sexy. Yes. Yes. I think I made that better as well. I'm not going to lie. Here we go. Neville climbing. Bo, though, jumps up, climbs up the other side. Both guys at the top of the ladder. Bo firing in some forearm strikes. Ooh, grabbing the arm of Neville, hurling him into the ladder. Yes, it does say Bo leave. Jumps down, drags Neville off, throws him over the top. Neville holds on, though. Nice high kick there. Bo goes down. We need to separate the good from the great, but we've got two great competitors. Neville up top gets pushed hard to the outside. Back onto the carpet. Back onto the carpet. Kamala had a lot of good matches in Texas against the Von Erich brothers. So Neville down on the outside, Bo down in the ring. And he's realised how far away Neville is. He's got to be quick, though. There we go, Bo having a good look. I like that camera shot. The camera shot's like this, and you can just see like the ladder and the belt and Bo looking up. And that was a cool camera shot. Bo now starting to climb up this ladder. Wrestling Days fan, shout out to you. Oh, no way. Neville managing to jump in. He's managed to get one arm on the belt. Bo firing in some strikes. We're getting down to the final five. Looking for a suplex off the middle of the ladder. No, he's managed to use some back elbows. I was trying to listen to what William Regal was going to say. He was like, if he is about to German suplex him off that ladder, but he never finished his sentence. Hurls him into the ladder that's in the corner. This is good. This match has now got where it needed to be. Neville taking some deep breaths. Bo grabbing the ladder. He's charging into Neville, but Neville gets his feet up, drives Bo back. That could have been nasty. That could have been a Neville sandwich. Neville. Oh! Hurls Bo onto a ladder. Neville looking for the red arrow. Red arrow onto Bo that's on a ladder. Neville! Oh, connects! Connects! Big NXT chant. Big NXT chant. That was cool, man. That was cool. Are you watching All Out or UFC? Because All Out is on UFC Day. I don't know, dude. We'll have to look when we get to it. 4 minutes before I boat leave. Here we go. Neville has managed to set this ladder up, and he's climbing up with a little bit of pace. You always... but Bo is getting in. Bo has managed to get in. Bo is trying to climb up the other side. Neville gets it. I was about to say, when they move with a bit of pace, you kind of sense that is the end. But just as I was about to say it, Bo managed to get back into the ring. So I was like, really? But no, Neville does get the title just before Bo can get to him. So Neville is victorious in the main event. I thought this main event match, started off all right. I was kind of hoping for some moments off the ladder. Like, I was really expecting Neville to do something off the ladder, and we didn't really get that. But here he is, with that NXT Championship. The man that gravity forgot. It's cool. It's really cool as well, with the smoke shooting down and Neville on the ladder. That looks great. Adrian Neville standing on that ladder, holding that NXT Championship aloft. As we said, for those of you that joined us during this show, this was, what we're watching here, was the very first show to air live on the WWE Network. I think it would have been seen as a success. I know there was a few technical problems, but I think it's a pretty fun show. 3 decent matches on it, with the opener in particular, incredible. The Emma Paige match I thought was good, and this was a decent main event. I think the rest of it could have left. I wasn't really into the tag match. Obviously, we don't really get Tyler Breeze against Xavier Woods because Rusev interferes. So I think it's a pretty solid effort for the first one. There's definitely much, much better NXT shows. No denying that. But, yeah, there's a good few reasons to go back and watch this. So, new NXT champion, Pac. Pac is the NXT champion. Mind blown. And we've seen Brandy in the ring doing all the announcing. There's John Cena. Why didn't they show John before? It's probably... I think that's Bo Dallas's sister behind John Cena. I'm sure that's Mika. I think that's Mika behind John. I think that's Mika Rotunda. She looks very upset. Every Thursday, if you want to watch NXT, apparently. Yeah, I should imagine they didn't show us John earlier because we all would have expected he would have jumped into the ring and tried to win the title himself. There we go, John Cena watching Adrian Neville and applaud him. And that is the end of the show. Filminflorida.com. John Cena, yeah. That is Mika. I thought so. Get your thoughts in. What did you think of the show? What are your scores for the show? And his name is John Cena. They showed Cena, but we couldn't see him. Red Arrow, yes. Sonny says 8 out of 10. John says 7.25. They didn't show Cena because you couldn't see him. It's the end of the show. It is the end of the show. Jerry Smith says 8.5. I'm not sure. I mean, there was three good matches. One, I mean, if we're being brutally honest, one great match. 2, good to very good. And then the rest is absolutely, you can just leave it. I mean, don't forget, we did have to sit through the hype man, Mojo Rawley against CJ Parker for that 1-star attraction. And then we had the tag team thing. And then we had Xavier. And I could have done with all of that. So, 8, 7.47, 7.5. I'm gonna be a little harsher. I'm gonna say that this was a 7. I was even thinking of going a touch lower. I'm going to say it's a solid. I'm standing by what I said. I think it was solid. But no, I can't go up to crazy. I think there's way better takeovers. Yeah, if anything, I'd be like, for me, an average so is about 6.5. I kind of feel like that's kind of where we were. Like, honestly, I'm sitting here thinking, should I even go lower? But it is the first. It is historic. You do get Shawn Michaels promo. You do see Triple H at the start. Steph does come down. You know, I think there's enough for it to be the 7. I think that's fair. 7 isn't harsh. Okay. I thought I was being harsh, Prathai, but no. Okay. Thanks for a great stream. Texas Ranger fan, shout out to you, my friend. Dave says, I'm at a 7 as well. Sean says 7.1. Monica King with 7.75. Yeah, I think we're kind of a little bit split on this one, but that's all right. J14 with a 7 though. One day we should do Takeover Brooklyn 1. Yeah, we're chipping through a few different ones. Like, we've got WrestleMania 4 we need to do. I know I've had a few people asking for In Your House Mind Games. I've had people asking for SummerSlam 95, people asking for SummerSlam 91. Like, there's people asking for various different shows. I think this was quite nice, though. I mean, I've got to tell you, after last night's stream, I am feeling it. I mean, when we do those long streams on a Saturday, Sunday, I definitely am feeling it. So to do a nice little stream today feels, yeah, exactly kind of what we needed to do, or what I needed to do. But there's no denying as well that, not on top of the fact that we did a pretty lengthy stream last night, the Kamala news has definitely dominated this stream. And as we said, rightfully so, you know, one of my all-time favourite wrestlers. In fact, not even joking, I'm pretty sure that if you type in to YouTube Wrestling Days Hall of Fame, going back when the channel first started, I can remember, right, when I first started the channel, I really wanted to I wanted to start my own Hall of Fame, but to recognise people that hadn't gone into the WWE Hall of Fame. I knew that I wanted to put in, like, talk about people that had gone into the Hall of Fame as well, but I really wanted to recognise some names that hadn't. And I'm pretty sure, I'm 99.99999% sure, the very first person that I put into the Wrestling Days Hall of Fame was Kamala. I'm pretty sure. I can even remember saying something like WWE put a giant into their Hall of Fame first, Andre the Giant. And I'm going to do the exact same thing here. The first person to go into the Wrestling Days Hall of Fame is the Ugandan giant Kamala. And obviously at the time we was having a lot of fun with, like, the Kamala figure, I think, had just come out. They'd re-released it. So on the toy hunts we was doing the whole Kamala thing. Kamala. And I remember a lot of people in the comments would used to leave that as a little message and whatever, and it was really cool. And so the whole little Kamala thing was going on. But I mean, all of that came from a really good place because I was such a Kamala fan. I've told the story as well about one of the first shows that I ever saw. In fact, the first show. I mean, let me correct that. The first show that I ever saw was Survivor Series 92. And there's two matches. There's two matches on the... Isn't it amazing? I can remember the very first show I ever watched, wrestling show. It's because my cousin showed it me. But it was Survivor Series 92. And there's two matches that grabbed me. There's two matches that ensured that I became a wrestling fan. And the first one is Big Boss Man versus Nails. I've said before, I couldn't believe a police officer and a prisoner were settling their differences in a wrestling ring. I just couldn't get my head around it. As a kid, I was like, this can't be real. They can't be doing this. But I loved it. I thought it was brilliant. So a police officer and a prisoner settling their differences. I think it was a nightstick match. First person to get the nightstick could use it. And Bossman was so good with that nightstick. Flipping it round and everything. It's so good. So that blew my mind. And then later in that same show, Undertaker versus Kamala in a casket match, a coffin match. Loser went into the casket, and they showed Undertaker making the casket, like with planing away in his workshop. Like, and he's got the blueprint as well of shows the casket and Kamala inside the coffin, the casket, and they showed the little vignette of him making it. It was really cool because he doesn't say a word. Well, I don't think he says a word, but you've got Paul Bearer basically doing all the talking. My Undertaker has been working day and night. Kamala, you will rest in peace. I was just like, man, as a youngster, as a young 21-year-old, I was just like, what is this? And then Kamala was so good because he was so deathly scared of that casket, of that coffin. Couldn't believe it when it was coming down. So, yeah, those two matches. I remember there being Brett versus Shawn, but I don't remember that really grabbing me, if I'm being honest. I don't remember it being a classic like the matches they would go on to have. I think they were very much, still finding their feet as solo singles stars. I mean, this is late of 92, so, they've got a couple of years of being solo stars, but nothing like the Iron Man match that we would get. And, Ric Flair was on the card and all of this, but I just remember those. I mean, maybe because I was young, it was the gimmicks that grabbed me. It was the policeman. It was the dead man. It was the tribesman. It was the prisoner. They spoke to me as a youngster more than Ric Flair. Do you know what I mean? Or Shawn Michaels or whatever. But, so my earliest memories of wrestling as a kid, Survivor Series 92 are of Kamala and Undertaker and Bossman and Nails. And that's what hooked me. And so from the very beginning, I've always loved Kamala. And I've always... Same with Bossman. I mean, obviously not so much with Nails because he wasn't really around. I mean, he had such a short run. It was very much of the time. Do you know what I mean? They had a very, very short run, so it's not really too much to explore when it comes to Nails. But Undertaker went on to become my all-time favourite. But, yeah, awful news. Really awful news. And definitely occupied my thoughts during this stream. So, yeah. I don't really know what to do. I kind of feel like going off and... I mean, there'll be loads of videos that come out about Kamala. And I think the big thing I would say is... It doesn't really matter where you go and search it out or what you go and watch. Just make sure that you definitely look up Kamala and see what he achieved because I do think that he's one of the kind of lost greats, if you will. I do think that he's one of those names that just doesn't get spoken about enough. You never hear of him on WWE TV or... Do you know what I mean? They never show like his matches or... There's just never really a reason to bring his name up, but... And he's never gone into the Hall of Fame. So, yeah. There's a good documentary about him, The Life of Kamala. And it focuses on what he did in the ring. But focuses on his life after as well, wrestling. Which I'm sure is free. Free on YouTube. And I'm sure it was done by Bleacher Report. I remember watching it. It was really good. Emotional. Because obviously he had a real rough time. With the diabetes. But worth a watch. Days, if Takeover has fans, will you stream it? What? This Takeover? No, I'm doing UFC. I want to see your reaction of Shawn Michaels versus Hulk Hogan. I'd love to watch that match again. Yes, SummerSlam 2005. R.I.P. Kamala. Yeah. I did hear, Anthony. Yes, I did hear. Such a shame. Such a shame. Are you still streaming SummerSlam? Yes. That's not for a little while, is it? It's a couple of weeks, I think, SummerSlam. yeah, we will be doing that. Is that Jesse? Hello, Jesse. How are you doing? Shout out to you, Jesse. Right. Okay. I think we are done anyway. So yeah, we've watched that show. We've shared our thoughts about the great man and what he achieved. And as I said, if you do get a chance, search out some of his matches, search out some of his promos, search out some of his post kind of shoot interviews or just anything. Just, you know, educate yourselves if you're not too clued up on him. Because he was great, man. He was great, and he deserves a lot of respect. Kamala reactions to The Undertaker is legendary. Yeah. William says, my earliest memory of wrestling was my great-uncle Danny Hodge. He wore lady underwear. Amazing. Shaquem says, R.I.P. Kamala. 4 more minutes. Why? Why is my question? R.I.P. Kamala. R.I.P. Kamala. Yep. Yep. Yeah. I haven't got anything else to add. I think we've said it all. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Really do appreciate it. I thought this was a very interesting show and obviously a very eventful stream as well. We will be back tomorrow for Raw and should be a very fun show. Obviously, we're going to have the fallout of Retribution. We're going to have Kevin Owens, Randy Orton. We've got the Tri-Brand Battle Royal. That's going to be amazing. Winner of that will go on to face Bayley. And then we've got Bayley versus Asuka. And if Asuka can win that, she can go on to face Sasha at SummerSlam as well. So it's quite a few things. And then obviously Zelina Vega getting attacked by Bianca Belair. So we've got that as well. So yeah, they've advertised quite a few interesting things for Raw. So I do think Raw's going to be a lot of fun. So I am looking forward to Raw. And I'm going to make sure that I get a good night's sleep, get some rest, recharge the batteries, and we'll be good to go tomorrow. So awesome, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Hopefully, see you again next time.